What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 14th episode of the Investing Penguin. Covered calls and cash secured puts. If you are new to my channel, stick around as I reveal the numbers for the month of October. And stick around till the end as I share some interesting facts about the 50-year anniversary of D.B. Cooper. And please hit all those buttons, subscribe, like, and share. It's supposed to help all my YouTube algorithms and make me filthy rich. Nah, but seriously, if you appreciate these videos, please support the channel by hitting all those buttons. For those of you who don't know me, I am the Penguin, and in this video, I reveal the profits using covered calls and cash secured puts for the month of October. When you see the numbers, keep in mind, I like to keep these videos simple, easy to understand with relevant, straight to the point information. There's an acronym that many smart people use. It's called KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. And that's how I like to live my life, a simple man. Also one of the best songs of all time by Leonard Skinner. Finally, I'm here to show you all the juicy details for free. No subscription fees like those other investment channels. So lather up the sunscreen. This video is going to be a scorcher. Over $8,300 in profits for the month of October. So the green is covered calls, the blue is cash secured puts, and the purple is stock gains. So in the month of October, I sold 5 covered calls, generating over $1,700 in premium, aka cash flow. Phillips 66, Intel, Bristol Myers, AT&T, and Altria Group. And you'll notice that I paid $288.30 to buy back or close my covered calls with Phillips 66. So I had 5 covered call contracts with Phillips 66 expiring on Friday, October 22nd at the $82 strike price. And the price of oil that week was up and down, and I wanted to lock in my profits. Oil had a great run higher and higher, but I had a feeling that oil was going to pull back. It was just overrun. So on Thursday, October 21st, I paid the $288.30 to buy back my shares, my covered call contracts, and then I immediately sold my PSX stock at $81.96 a share. And I think it was the right decision considering PSX closed at $77 as of Friday, November 5th. So in the month of October, I sold 3 cash secured puts generating over $1,600 in premium, aka cash flow. And take a look at Walgreens. It has some fat premiums. Ever since I watched the Walgreens video on the Everything Money channel, I've been tracking Walgreens and getting good premium. No dividend payments captured in the month of October. So in the month of October, I had 2 stocks called away. I had covered calls on Chevron and Phillips 66, and both of these stocks hit their respective strike prices. Chevron I had bought at around $102.80 a share, and the strike price was $108 a share. So I realized a gain of $25.94. I bought Chevron back in March and sold 11 covered calls between March and October, totaling over $3,500 in premium. So this is exactly what you want. These stocks keep heading higher, you sell covered calls, you collect the premium, you capture dividend payments along the way, and you lock in profits when the stocks hit your strike price. Phillips 66, as I explained earlier how I bought back my covered call contracts, I had bought Phillips 66 at $77.05 a share and sold it at $81.96 a share, so I realized a gain of $24.57. The oil stocks have been good to me, and the energy sector has been a winner on Wall Street since the presidential election. One thing to keep in mind, our current presidential administration wants to blame OPEC for our high gas and energy prices, practically begging OPEC to open the floodgates for oil. But on the other hand, this administration is pumping billions into green energy infrastructure, which is a good thing. We need to strive towards green energy for our grandkids and their grandkids. But this administration is killing all the investment in drilling and pipelines and refineries, for example, like killing the Keystone Pipeline. Even if OPEC suddenly increased oil production today, we still need the infrastructure and truck drivers to get that oil from the Middle East into our gas tanks. And does the United States really want to be energy dependent on the Middle East again. So this is a recipe for disaster, and this is how the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. Whenever the government makes bad decisions, we all see the results, especially at the pump and our utility bills. And what's even more crazy is that the markets, the hedge funds, the supercomputers, the algorithms predicted this at the time of the presidential election. Just look at this chart of WTI crude oil. As soon as Joe Biden won the presidential election, the price of oil took off. I mean, the markets knew this was going to happen. And I mention all of this not because I want to bash Biden. I mean, actually, I made a lot of money thanks to Biden's poor energy policy, but because as a retail investor, we need to understand these issues and how they affect stock prices. Well, that's it. Time flies when you're having fun making money, that is. I'm working on some new videos after hearing all your comments. How I pick my stocks, how I pick my strike prices, how I calculate the annualized rate of return. So more videos are coming. And stick around for 10 seconds more as I share some interesting facts about the 50-year anniversary of legendary D.B. Cooper. Everyone loves a good money heist story. This November 24th is the 50th anniversary of legendary D.B. Cooper. So this is from the FBI website. On the afternoon of November 24th, 1971, a nondescript man calling himself Dan Cooper approached the counter of Northwest Orient Airlines in Portland, Oregon. He used cash to buy a one-way ticket on Flight 305 bound for Seattle, Washington. Thus began one of the great unsolved mysteries in FBI history. Cooper was a quiet man who appeared to be in his mid-40s wearing a business suit with a black tie and white shirt. He ordered a drink, bourbon and soda. He actually had two bourbon and sodas on the flight. Uh, and a short time after 3 p.m., he handed the stewardess a note indicating that he had a bomb in his briefcase and wanted her to sit with him. The stunned stewardess did as she was told. Opening a cheap briefcase, Cooper showed her a glimpse of a mass of wires and red-colored sticks and demanded that she write down what he told her, and which was a note to the captain of the plane that demanded 4 parachutes and $200,000 in $20 bills. When the flight landed in Seattle, the hijacker exchanged the 36 passengers for the money and parachutes. Cooper kept several crew members, and the plane took off again, ordered to set a course for Mexico City. So somewhere between Seattle and Reno, around 8 p.m., the hijacker, Cooper, did the incredible. He jumped out of the back of the plane with the parachute and the ransom money. The pilots landed safely, but Cooper had disappeared into the night, and his ultimate fate remains a mystery to this day. So here are some of the photos I was able to gather from the internet about D.B. Cooper. The first photo is the FBI sketch of Cooper. Apparently on the flight, he had put his sunglasses back on at some point in time. So they had completed a sketch of him wearing both his sunglasses and not wearing sunglasses. The picture of the tie, the FBI recovered that tie. That was one of the few pieces of physical evidence from the crime. There's a snapshot of someone holding a bourbon. So on the flight, D.B. Cooper had ordered 2 bourbons and soda. The next picture is a shot of D.B. Cooper and somebody who supposedly was the D.B. Cooper that survived the entire hijacking. It's pretty crazy how similar this guy looks to the composite sketch of D.B. Cooper. The next picture is the plane sitting on the runway. That's the actual shot of the actual plane. The next is D.B. Cooper's ticket. The next shot is the staircase out of the back of that Northwest plane. That's where D.B. Cooper jumped into the night. With the whole D.B. Cooper craze, they've got T-shirts, coffee mugs, you name it, you can buy it. The next photo is a picture of the actual money recovered on the ground from D.B. Cooper's hijacking. You can buy that today at auction. I think even the Pawn Stars show may have bought some of this or sold it, not quite sure. But here's a map of where the money was found in relation to the plane's flight path. Here's another shot of the money recovered by the FBI It was in pretty rough shape. I'm not quite sure. Uh, not quite sure how DB Cooper could have survived this jump. And then finally, here's a snapshot of the FBI closing the case after 45 years. So he jumped out of the back of the plane wearing a suit, um, not prepared for the cold weather. It was a cold, rainy night. He had a parachute and a bag of ransom money, and he jumped into the darkness and landed somewhere in the woods. I mean, I, I would be surprised if he survived, but hey, this is all builds to the legendary status of DB Cooper. It was DB Cooper, drank champagne. Keeping with the theme of DB Cooper, so Todd Snider is an American singer-songwriter whose music incorporates elements of folk, rock, blues, alternate country. Todd Snider was born in 1966 in Portland, Oregon, so he grew up in that area where the DB Cooper hijacking took place. So obviously he knew about this as a kid. He probably heard it on the radio, on the TV, knew all about it. So must have affected him personally, and he decided to write a song about it. So after high school, he moved to Santa Rosa, California. To attend Santa Rosa Junior College. He lasted a semester there, but he did learn to play the harmonica. And then he relocated to San Marcos, Texas, where he saw Jerry Walker perform a solo performance at Green Hall. And after that night, Snider decided he wanted to become a songwriter and began writing songs the next day. So he even told Lone Star Music Magazine in 2004, "I didn't even know how to really play guitar yet, but I saw his show and I went and got one." And here's a snapshot of his website. Definitely check it out. Um, and some photos. He seems like a cool guy. I've only heard one of his songs so far, and that's the DB Cooper song. But check out his website and check out some of his music. Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, and I hope you really enjoyed the DB Cooper portion of the video. I'm only sharing my experiences and opinions. Investing involves risk, so please seek advice and educate yourself.